G'day playmates, and welcome to another Harmer vid. This time I'm back again with TrainSim World. That's mainly because there's a new DLC available, which is based in the UK, in northeastern England, and it's the Tees Valley line. This line essentially stretches east from Darlington to the coast to Saltburn. We're going to have a look at that this morning. It is 9 o'clock in the morning on a nice summer's day on Teesside, if there is such a thing. You can see in the distance a DMU 101 already going about its business with a passenger service. First up, let's have a quick look at the map. I am currently spawned in at Thornaby, at the Thornaby depot, which is about halfway. So essentially the line stretches from here, from Darlington, over here to Saltburn by the sea. Okay, so we're going to take out a class 8 this morning, which is the diesel electric shunter. So we're going to do some marshalling this morning. That's mainly because a couple of the other folks have already covered the class 37, which is the large diesel electric loco that basically is used for freight in this particular DLC. And the 101, which we've just cited, basically takes care of the passenger services, and then this little fellow, the gronk, the class 08, is up for yard duties. Although the line is brand new, there's a couple of nice enhancements that Dovetail have added to this, and I also think to some of the other maps as well. I'll go through that a bit later on. There are also some disappointments that I've also found. Actually, I better get a move on because this service is due to start at 9:15, so I better crack on. A couple of disappointments, in my opinion, with this DLC. But I'll go into that later. And you can just see the goods locos. Obviously here, this is the refueling area, which pretty much features in almost every DLC these days. Okay, in the distance at the Thornaby sheds, you can see the big class 37s, a couple of them coupled up together, and then this diminutive guy here. This is what we'll be using this morning. I got 3 minutes to get all this happening. So, okay, first up, we're going to set the battery isolation switches to closed, to open rather. Okay, go around and do the other one so that we can start this up. I might just put my flashlight on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, get a bit closer. Yeah, there it is. Okay, normal, light off, close. Okay, we'll couple of minutes to go before we start work, so open the door, climb in, and we'll sit on the right hand side. Okay, so let's start this up. Okay, master switch to start. Okay, so master key switch to on. Just check the brakes. Okay, release the train brake and handbrake off. Right, might open some windows up here so we can lean out. And okay, I've turned the hood off. I don't need that. I'm not interested. And we are ready to work. We'll see what this this shunting and marshalling scenario. We'll see what this is all about. What time? Okay, yeah, it's got about another 30 seconds to start up. So yeah, you can see over there the Class 37s. They're essentially they're used for hauling steel and coal. There is actually a coal loader as well at Redcar, which is quite nice, which is similar to the CSX heavy haul. Okay, so we have to stop at T's yard. First of all, I'll check that the points are set correctly. Yeah, that's good. That isn't good. Neither is that. That is good. That is now good. And everything else looks line ball. Okay. So I'll just check my brakes are released. Yep, okay. I'll put the reverser into forwards, and now we'll head out. Throttle up to throttle 2. The yard limit is 15 miles an hour. Alright, so look at some outside views. Set some outside views up. Yeah, that's quite nice. And we'll go with that. We'll go. Yeah, go with that. And go with that. And then that is the static camera view. And there she blows. Alright, back in the cab. What are we doing? Yeah, okay, 11 miles an hour. Yeah, so quite nice looking in the Thornaby livery. However, this is not a new loco. The Class 8 is actually also available on the Somerset line. So all they've basically done is a little bit of a reskin, and I think a few other tweaks. So it's not really a new loco. It's a rehashed one that they've already got. Similarly, the DMU, the Class 101, is also available, I think, on the Transpennine line. So again, that's not new either. So the only loco that's actually brand new on this current DLC is the Class 37. Alright, so we better look at slowing down. So yeah, so 3 locos, only really one that's actually brand new. The other 2 are drivable on the Somerset and the Pennines maps. Okay, so slow down here. Yeah, okay. And there's another 101 going about its business. What I might do is I might pull the external volume, the volume down a little bit. So settings, volume. Let's just drop that down to about there. Apply, back, and back. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, so we've got to go to the Tees Yard stabling point. I'll check that all the points are good. Yep, no, that needs to be changed. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, okay, that's going to be automatic. Yep, okay. That is looking good. I have a feeling that when we get to the stabling point, that will be the end of this particular scenario. I could be wrong, but anyway, reverse into reverse. Local break off. If that is the case, then I'll just wait for the next scenario to come around. Yeah, okay, first of all, my first gripe. I do like marshalling and shunting. There are only 5 services in the day, so yeah, I'm not real happy about that. Would have been nice to have some more. Most of the freight services are taken care of with the Class 37. So fair enough, there's a good amount of services there, but there's not enough services for this little fella. Okay, you can see in the background we've got a coal haul with a Class 37 in the Teesside livery. Let's just go to an external view. There it is. It's heading out, I think, towards Redcar, I'm not sure. Anyway, alright, so we'll throttle off here. Yeah, as I suspected. So this first service is just basically taking the gronk from its stabling area to its marshaling area. So let's continue. Okay, so this service is ready to start at 9:30. Let's have a look at the time. 9:22, 9:23, 7 minutes to kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait here for the 7 minutes, but I will edit the video so that you don't have to hang around for the 7 minutes also. Okay, and we're back, and as you can see, the modeling and the textures and just seem to be getting a little bit better as we go on. I haven't got all the DLCs. There is a USA passenger one that I haven't got because I'm more interested in freight operations. But anyway, we'll jump back into the cab. We should be getting ready to start from this marshalling area to see what our first job's going to be. Apart from the disappointments that I've had with the gronk services, there is one thing that I have noticed, and that is okay, so we got a couple up to a rake of empty steel wagons 500 yards up, so let's check that we can get there. Okay, yeah, yep, yep, yep. Yeah, okay, all right. Break off. Stick our head out the window, and away we go. Oops. Okay, whoa, first mistake. Right, okay. Let's try going forwards. Nearly took the red light there. That would have been the end of the scenario. Yeah, the thing that one of the good things I've noticed about this is the drawing in of the lines at speed. I seem to remember when I first got the CSX heavy haul, that essentially what would happen is that when you were sort of going at speed, about halfway you'd get the line details drawn in. This seems to be a lot smoother, and I've particularly noticed this with this DLC. So there's no sort of complete boundary between drawing in the detail and the far distance. And I didn't actually run CSX to see whether that had been implemented throughout all the DLCs, and it looks as if it has. Okay, so it looks like we're picking this lot up here. Just a matter of easing up now. Alright, hopefully that should put me in the right place. Get up out of the seat. Of course, this course is the great thing about TrainSim World, rather than the old version, is being able to get out and couple things up and walk around. There is actually an artificial barrier within the yard. You know, you can't sort of escape, but it is yeah, it's a great feature of this this sim. It's been going, I think, for around about a year and a bit. Not sure. Okay, all right. What have we got to do with this? Okay, we've got to stop at that location. Okay, let me check. Okay. Yep, that is looking good. So let's go into reverse, brake off, and off we go. Yeah, quite nicely done. The rolling stock. Get a bit of steam up. Well, not exactly steam, but anyway, you know what I mean. So as you can see in the cab, dual controls, and not only that, you can basically move the obviously move the instrument panel around depending on which side you're operating the gronk. Quite nice touch, you know, the oily and dark, you know, sort of bits of coal in the lines, which is very similar to the Pennines run. That's set in a similar era. Another DMU in the distance, heading past the yard. Alright, where to next? Alright, picking up empty Alright. Better check the points. No, that's not right, so I set that. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. As is that. As is that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Should be right. Of course, this is a totally fictitious scenario, because I don't think the weather's ever really like this at Thornaby. I could be wrong. The other thing I've noticed, I've pretty much got the settings maxed out as far as graphics, but I do notice a few sort of hiccups in the audio files every now and again, and I'm not sure what that is due to, or whether I'd be able to fix that with a lower graphics setting, but it's not enough to sort of spoil the effect. You can see some sort of drawing in here, but yeah, it's nothing like as bad as it used to be, as I remember. So yeah, I think they've done something to optimize that that transition. Okay, it looks like yeah, picking those up in the distance. Might just add the service brake as well. Okay, let's see how far off. Okay, got a fair bit to go. Alrighty. Bit of a cheat is this, but what the heck. just check my current speed. Yeah, okay, that's looking good. Throttle off. Apply the brakes. A little bit further. Touch more. Alright, hopefully that will do the trick. Jump down. Head down there. Yeah, some quite nice. Look at some quite nice touches. Yeah, look, these sort of chalk marks here and stuff like that. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's good attention to detail. I mean, you know, like the graffiti, you know, on the walls and the bridges and stuff like that. You know, good attention to detail. And I think, yeah, that's the handbrake. There. Now, yeah, I think it's the next lot. Yeah, I think it's this lot. Alright, we're all coupled. I'll jog back. Alright, so these have got to go to the teased yard. Yep. So just got to put this into reverse. Away we go. Yeah, okay, a little bit better view. Anyway. Okay, a bit more speed. Yes, so to sum it up, the good is better drawing distances that seems to have been recently implemented. A British um, historical line, which I quite like, obviously, being British. A good mix of passenger and freight. The disappointment is essentially two locos that have already been released before, so you're only really getting one new loco. Not enough services for the class 08. This one, the gronk. But anyway. And of course, the other news is that there is no news on the editor, which a lot of us are hanging out for. I mean, there's just so much track and available, but no editor as yet. I think I stopped that a little bit too early. Another DMU in the background, a two cars and three cars. I may do one on the DMU. It's the 101 is quite quirky. It's essentially almost operated like a car, in as much as you've got to come off the throttle in between gear changes. So basically 4 gears with a number of different throttle settings. But anyway, I'll see how it goes. I don't normally get that many people interested in TrainSim World, but essentially my channel is all about sims, mainly flight sims, DCS, but also train sims. Truck sims, I haven't done much with Euro Truck Simulator recently. My most popular naval sim is Naval Action, which I still have to fathom out why, which is essentially a little bit like EVE Online, except you're in 18th century, in the 18th century Caribbean with 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 the ships. Alright, we're nearly at a halt here. Keep going. Alright, get the brake on now. I think that should be the end of this scenario. Oh, no, got on a couple of vehicles. Oh, that's right, and park this up. Yep, alright. Yeah, I think the uncoupling noise is a little bit overdone there. But anyway, no worries. And we've I got to head over there. I don't think I've got to change any. Oh yes, I do by the look of it. Yeah, that's got to be done. I think that's the only thing. Yep. And brakes off. And I should still be in reverse, hopefully. Yep. Alrighty, so just check that this is all good. Yep. I haven't actually done a night scenario, so I don't know. I mean, generally, I mean, obviously, I thought, you know, for the first, my first vid on this, that I'd do, you know, a bright summer's day. Then, you know, you can at least sort of see everything quite clearly instead of it being foggy or rainy or drizzly or whatever. Better come off the throttle a bit. So I think the last piece of this scenario is just parking up at the marshaling area. Yeah, just make sure that this is all good. Yep, no problem. I do like the sound of the Class 37s with the window open. They sound absolutely mighty. And as I say, this sort of quite nice feature now where the you know, there's no break in between the close detail and the far. I think this has been a fairly good step forwards, fairly major step forwards for realism. I said that they'd done some work on the clouds, but I don't know, the clouds still look a bit wishy-washy to me. Then again, you know, I'm used to the quality of clouds in DCS, Digital Combat Simulator, which is a combat fighter, mainly modern jets sim, which I play a lot. So obviously, I'm used to much better cloud formations. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know what the news is with Track IR either. They sort of made noises that they were going to accommodate Track IR, but this has definitely this has not happened so far. And Track IR is available in TrainSim 2019, which is the old version of this. Alright, yeah, so we just got to head to the stabling point. I'll just check that the points are good. Yes, they are. Put this into reverse. Brakes off. And away we go. Yeah, it's a quite nice worn look for this gronk. Now, I think just in the background you can hear a siren. And I remember Matt saying something about that. That is... Now, I can't remember what that is, but it is signaling something. It's not signaling an air raid, that's for sure. I can't remember. Anyway. Everything's clicking up. And now, I'm not quite sure what this really means. 1,152,522 as against 1.1 million. I mean, obviously I can see I'm at level 82. The Tees Valley line level 8, and this particular version I'm on level 4. Alright, so time taken 40 minutes, miles driven 2.8 miles, miles walked 273. My score, continue. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to wait till 12:30 because it's only, I'm going to wait another 2.5 hours, so I'm just going to power this down. So let us first up do the handbrake. Okay, handbrake done. I'm going to take the brakes off, and also I'm going to make sure that the reverser is off, and turn that off, then go out and isolate the battery on that side. And on that side, that's all done, and I'll head back to the office. Okay, well, there you have it, playmates. TrainSim World, new DLC, Tees Valley Line, circa 1989. As I said, good points. The drawing of the lines is a lot smoother at speed. Only one real new loco, the Class 37. The other two are basically a bit of a rehash of what have been released for other DLCs, which is a bit of a cheat, but anyway. And disappointing that my favorite little gronk over there has only actually got five services available. So anyway, hope this has been useful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, until then, cheers, bye.